Good morning. This is a reflection on lesson 303 in A Course in Miracles. It is, let the Holy Christ be born in me today. I think that's what it says. Let the Holy Christ be born in me today. Of course, I'm going to forget this title, but what it meant to me was creating, it all talked about how let me see things, I think, as Christ would have seen them. So let me, what it did for me was say, well, what can be born within me if I just stop. And so I've done this before, and I love it so much. This, I don't know what you would call it, and I don't know what other people call it, but I call it the just stop meditation. Hold on, I need a drink of coffee. So it's, I don't know what people mean when they say meditate. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what I mean. Like, people are like, you need to meditate. I'm going to meditate. Like, there's so many different kinds, right? So many different ways to meditate that I don't presume to understand what people mean when they say the word meditate. For me, I meditate all different kinds of ways. You know when your cat jumps up and he accidentally catches his claw on the cuticle of your toenail? Yeah, it hurts. So, yeah, this guy. And so one of my meditations that I love to shut off the brain, like the mechanism that's like, because a lot of times with meditations, like meditate on this is still going. It doesn't help me turn this off if I'm giving this yet another to do, another job, to do something, when all I want it to do is not do. So I call it the just stop meditation, where I just sit, I just put myself in timeout in a comfortable position. I don't like to force myself to sit upright. I've done it. I get the benefits. I'm not doing that anymore. So I just get real comfy. Sometimes I lie down, sometimes I sit up, and then I just, anytime a thought comes in, I just say, just stop. In my mind, I just like, just stop. Just stop. And sometimes I have to say it a lot, because it's like, oh, what are we doing tomorrow? Oh, why did I say that thing today? There's so much that the mind's like, wait, I don't want to stop. My mind, I can't speak for anybody else. And so I put myself in timeout and I do the just stop meditation, and I love it. It's one of my favorites. There are all kinds, like loving kindness meditation and all these different things, or counting your breaths, noticing sensations. I love that too. I love all those. But the just stop, it reminds me, like, nothing needs to be done here. Nothing needs to be figured out. What might emerge when I just stop? So this week, what this lesson reminded me of was what I went into the week with the intention of. It was like after last week when I took my first aqua aerobics class, and it was like instantly hooked. I was like, oh yeah, I need to move my body more. And I've been feeling that for a while because I got into massage therapy as an older person, and everything hurts because I came into it with arthritis, probably with carpal tunnel from 30 years at a computer, like almost 30, 25 years, like stress, burnout, hormones coursing through my veins, and my neurotransmitters all a whack. I mean, that's a hot mess. Still am a little bit. So my body needs some TLC. It needs care. And here I go throw it into massage therapy, which was a different form of care. Through my education, I learned all about the body and how it wants to move and how it can heal itself if I just let it. And I did a lot of work, but it's not there yet. And then when I took aqua aerobics, I'm like, oh, this is one of the missing ingredients. Low impact, high movement, lots of fun. And then I'd started dancing, lots of fun, low impact, high movement. And my body just wants to move. And so this week, I even said further, I'm going to shut off the brain, turn on the body. Shut off the brain, turn on the body. That was my mantra for this week. That relates to this lesson, because this lesson to me was about just stop this mechanism and see how to use the body to be like Christ was, to be open, expansive, let the love come through. And I didn't even think about it as like be Christ-like, but that's what the title of this lesson's all about. I just thought, just stop your normal way of letting this run the show for the week. Turn on the body, let the body lead the way, and shut off the mind. So I did this week, it's Friday, so this week I did 3 aqua aerobics classes. Oh, it was amazing. 2 Pilates classes. That's where I learned I still have abs buried deep within this mush. Oh, it hurts so bad. So good. So 2 Pilates classes. I was going to take Qigong, so I drove all the way. It's like 20 minutes away, all the way, to another town, because it was supposed to be, it's every Thursday at noon. I blocked, and this was part of the process for me, was blocking these chunks of time on my busy schedule, because last week I was so busy, no time for me for self-care in a physical job where, like, if I don't have self-care, I can't give my oomph to others. So I was like, ooh, I can't do that. So that's why this week was all like, we got to fix that. So I blocked these chunks of time on my schedule. And that's when I remembered, oh, duh, that's all you got to do. That's all I have to do is like look ahead to the next couple weeks. Like, what do I want to call it? Create that space, that self-care time, and it'll happen. So I went to Qigong, and then I was sitting there, and I'm like, shouldn't other people be here by now? Well, it had been canceled, and I didn't realize it, because it's a small class, and I hadn't been in like months, so they probably just text each other. So I texted one of the women who I'd been hoping to talk to about something else, and I was like, oh, I see Qigong was canceled. I was hoping to talk to you. Could we still like chat this week? And so, yeah, we're going to get together today. But so instead I drove back home. I'm like, anyway, it's a beautiful drive. It's a gorgeous day. I had like all my windows open, and get back to town, and I took a nature walk. Oh, it was beautiful. So I spent that time, that hour, walking briskly in the autumn leaves. So yeah, I like 5 exercise classes and a brisk walk, and did my stretching and some dancing. And my body this week, I woke up this morning and I'm like, oh, where are my normal aches and pains? Like, where's my normal hip tightness? Where's my normal, like, while my coffee's brewing, I'm like usually like working out the kinks, and I'm like, they're not here. And my pants fit like a little better. And it's just 1 week of like carving out time to have fun with my body and not be like, I gotta get on my bike, or I gotta take go. So I tried to do stuff that was like fun, and the group thing I really loved this week, because it's just fun being with people right now. So that's just my own personal story of like, just stop. And I noticed the few times I was able to sit, like I do it between clients, beginning of my day, the just stop meditation. I'll just sit there and be like, just stop. Nothing needs to be fixed. I don't need to think about anything. I know I've already taken care of everything I need to take care of. And what emerged was like creative thoughts, and like just so much came up in the space that I had created with the just stop meditation, by turning off the head, turning on the body. And then my body, I think this, I don't know, by moving it more, that's what made me feel more creative. Like I was just like more engaged with life, like interacting with more new people in all these classes. Like the people I'd never met I had never met anybody I went to the Pilates class with. I'd never met most of the people I went to the aqua aerobics class with, and different classes with different instructors and different types of people at morning versus evenings. You have your morning people, you have your evening people. And I loved, like, oh, it's neat seeing like so many different personalities and small talk people choose to have, where usually, like last week, the opposite of that was just me alone with, spurts of time with one client at a time. And I love my clients, so I enjoy every minute I get to interact with them. But it was so full of like give, that I was like, oh, I love that, but I gotta fill my cup first, to use that analogy. So I looked ahead in the next few weeks and carved out those times that I could. Can't do all of them because they're already booked, some things, but I'm hoping that, and I'm not, my old me would be like, like OCD level, not that I have OCD, but like, just to paint a picture, like, I loved it so much, I'm gonna do it all the time, yay! Like, I go from one extreme to the other, and that's not the way I do things now. So I'm hoping I can keep the momentum without any expectation that I have to continue it at all, and that if my whims change, that's fine. Like, I'll find, like, I'm looking at other classes to take at different times a day because I love variety. And I noticed, because of the nature of my work and running my own practice, all I have to do is put little chunks of time. I know not everyone has this luxury, and I respect that. I used to be beholden to the 9 to 5. Well, more like 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. It was ridiculous. So I respect that not everybody has the flexibility to do this, but now that I do, and that's the main reason I switched careers, is because I was burnt to a crisp out. So now it's like, well, if I switched careers, I better damn well do this, or else I'm just turning into a different kind of workaholic, but one that hurts the body more. So now I'm hurting my body and my empathy muscle, like, because I care so much about people and wanting to help, that I don't want that to burn out. I don't know if it could, but I don't want it to. So anyway, that's my own personal story about how this lesson was like reminded me of the just stop and like turn on all this stuff where, like, I use my body to help. I use my body to show care. I use my body to love, like, and I want to turn that back on itself too, because it's my only vehicle through life, right? And I know for a fact, and this is what reminded me of the lesson too, like when I feel down in my body, when I'm ill, and I know this isn't just me, so I think you can relate. Even when I start to get a sore throat, and I don't feel all the effects yet, but I know something's coming, it affects my outlook. It affects, like, oh man, like you just don't feel 100%, right? So of course you're not going to be the change you want to see in the world. You're not going to be your fullest, most vibrant self. I'm not, anyway. And so it reminds me that if I don't take care of this body, then my only vehicle through this life, this physical life, and I want it to be as vibrant as it can be for the next however many years I have left. Damn, I got to take care of it. And I've known that my whole life. Of course we know that. But I wasn't. And I'm still not where I want to be. Like, there's certain things I know I need to be doing to take care of it. The other thing is, I talked to a woman who's an amazing physical therapist, and I was like, hey, by the way, do you do preventative assessments? Like, I know from I'm assuming from an old knee injury from skiing, that now my whole left side of my body has these, like, it's affected the whole left chain of things going on. So I was like, can you do an assessment? No one's prescribed me physical therapy, and I would be self-pay. Do you do stuff like that? Like, hey, let's do, and I said, do you do muscle testing and like kinesiology, muscle testing, all that? Like, just tell me what could be better, tell me what I can improve and how to do it, and I'll pay for that. And so as a preventative, like, get back in like my posture and all of that stuff, that I could do a lot of it myself, but I am not trained as a physical therapist. So I want her expertise on like getting into optimal shape for this vehicle for my next, hopefully at least 20 years. I don't know. So sorry for the long-winded thing. I just had quite a beautiful week, and it had to do like these lessons about the second coming, I guess that's what they're about. That's my laundry, it's never ending. Is like a lot about this, and I have to give credit probably to this book about bringing me along to like keep shutting this off and keep tapping into like our true nature. Like, it's saying the second coming, like I said the other day when these lessons started, was how we all, by doing our own inner work, that's the second coming, realizing the peace of God within, and we share that and extend it to others. And if we don't feel our optimal selves, that's hard to do. I know that for myself. I'm just like, I'm not peopling today. I have nothing in my tank to give, and that's such a fundamental truth for me. It's like, oh God, well, in a profession now I've chosen where it's physically giving all the time, or energetically giving, or empathetically giving, it's like, dang, son, I gotta take care of this more. So I'm gonna go switch my laundry over. He's got to make an appearance every day now. Oh, you don't want to look? You want to look? And wait, here's the other one. He's just looking over here like, ugh.